Well, we're on.
Here we
now.
go. There we go.
Here we are.
We're live. Hey,
we're
it's Mark.
3 at a time.
It's
Forget
Andy.
the intro. This is off
It's
night,
Jason.
as it is. We're rocking right now, folks. This is it.
Here we are. Off night, 8 o'clock, Monday night.
Mark
Here we go.
Jason.
Normally, I'm able to invite people to join us, and we have a little link that we can show on the screen, and all that. That's not happening tonight. It's just going to be the three of us. If Susan chimes in, maybe cool. At the last minute tonight, she got me her poem, but at the last minute, her maid of honor, the woman who stood with her when we got married 43 years ago, showed up in town unannounced, and from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and my wife said, "I'm not going to do your show. My maid of honor is here." So
she didn't show up looking for lodging, did she? She doesn't have a suitcase and
no. She dragged a husband along with her. I think she lived here for a while. She didn't always live in Oklahoma. She lived here for a while. And my wife Susan knew her she was a childhood friend from Pennsylvania. My wife is originally from Erie, Pennsylvania. So
ooh, I've been there. I was there for a big ship, a tall ship convention. So I had a large duck too. So I just thought I'd break in there for you. Anyway,
yes, thank you,
Andy.
Well, do you want me to get the poem out of the way so we can get started on our show here?
Poem out of the way. Let's go.
Whip it out, Mark. Just whip it out. Throw it at us here.
Excuse me while I whip
after I read it, I thought to myself, "Yeah, this is a kind of poem you might whip out." Yeah.
Hello, folks.
Here we go. This is from Susan Salisbury. Oh, she added all three of her names. Susan Salisbury Sweetman. Sometimes she's Susan Salisbury. Sometimes she's Susan Sweetman. All right, here we go. Here's her May 18th poem. Oh, very good. Very good. Okay, hold on here. Because I'm doing this on my phone tonight, I have all kinds of things popping up that always pop up on my phone that I don't pay attention to because I'm not always looking at my phone all the time. So here we go. A new species of dinosaur was identified in Thailand. You can add swelling to the bruises found on Donald's hand. Trump is back from China. A big fail in the fine print. Underwhelming outcome. No resolution to trade disagreements. Containing an Ebola outbreak depends on the speed and scale of public health response. This is not an old wives' tale. Officially, an epidemic. Be worried. Need to know. Ebola outbreak in both Uganda and the Congo. There is no vaccine for this Ebola available today. The World Health Organization declared a global health emergency on Saturday. It's a public health emergency of international concern. Sounds like frogs and locusts next. In hell, we all may burn.
Cheerful as always.
An 11-year run, but now I wish a pox on CBS. Colbert heads into his final week. We wish him all the best. And that's Susan's poem for the week.
Very nice. Very nice.
Week in headlines.
Did you see Colbert with Letterman on?
I did see that episode. I don't watch them live anymore. I did watch it. I have Paramount Plus, so I watched the rebroadcast or the streaming of it. But they did an old Letterman bit. I love that. It was very Letterman-like. Yeah.
Well, it was funny because he had a bunch of guys in. It looked like Colbert didn't know what was happening, but maybe
he knew exactly what. Yeah, he knew exactly what was going on.
took all the chairs. Okay. Pays everybody off. They go sit in the audience, and they throw all of his chairs off the side of the building. But I gotta tell you,
classic Letterman.
But that cake just exploded. It was great.
Well, did you see how it turned just right at the end when they did the end in slow motion? It turned just right, so it'd make the perfect. It looked like it was. Yeah, it looked like the 4th of July.
Yeah.
The watermelons were pretty good too, but they didn't get good cuts of the watermelon.
No, but that final cake off the roof, that was brilliant. Yeah. That was a great show. Go ahead.
Speaking as a fat man, it's always a sad day when you throw perfectly good cake off a roof.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, the watermelon was for the fat men, so and they throw the watermelon off there.
We could race it to the ground. Hey guys, I'm just curious. I switched over the headset here. Can you hear me? Do I sound all right?
You sound fine. You sound and look better than you have since we started this show.
Well,
314 episodes. So
you're not really saying the bar has been raised, but I'll take, whatever superlative comes my way, especially when it's not preceded with the defendant will rise. So,
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys? I mean, I know I'm the one stuck in the past. Did you ever see the one time Merv Griffin showed up on Johnny Carson? Merv had wrapped his final show, and Johnny was getting near the end of his run, and so Merv came over and they played his theme for him, and then
very cool.
The two talked to each other in a way that two professionals do. I mean, both guys have been the heads of a talk show for quite some time. I mean,
well, and Merv Griffin probably equaled Johnny's business acumen in that he had such a properties outside of just the Merv Griffin show.
Yeah, say a portfolio of game shows.
Oh, exactly.
And
he's still to this day he still has Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune running.
Yeah.
So there is that. I mean, but it was just, again, it was fun to see. As for Colbert, I'm not too worried. I'm sure he's going to land on his feet. Although the one thing that there was how many people working on that show? A couple hundred, maybe.
Yeah,
probably.
Researchers, people work behind the scenes.
That the guy who runs the boom mic, the camera operators, the people doing the switching. I mean.
Well, some of those people didn't switch over. Some of those people didn't switch over from Letterman, and that's a 33-year-old franchise. 22 years with Letterman and 11 years with Colbert. So,
we can. I mean, you guys obviously love his politics. I'm not that thrilled, but the thing is, there's still a lot of people behind the scenes, who you and I we've never heard of, whose jobs are impacted by this stuff. It gets kind of silly after a while, but then again,
fewer and fewer people behind the scenes, though. It's like
nowadays, you're right.
A&I, yeah.
Yep. Nowadays, you are correct. Hey, Mark, quick question. You said you're down a charger over there. So, do you need a new charger for the iPad?
That'd be great. I mean, I couldn't tell you exactly what happened to it. It's a C charger. Mm-hmm. A USB-C charger. And I couldn't tell you exactly what happened, but it just stopped working a couple years ago, and I just replaced it with one of mine. And it wasn't as good as the one that came with it. But
no, it is. No, it wouldn't be.
And I tried it out. I tried it out on other cameras and phones and other things that I had. That I have a couple of batteries, portable batteries that I take with my phone, and it just stopped working. So I think I threw it out. So.
Well, tell you what. I'll go to the Apple store because the charging block is the same. So I'll get you. You need a new charging block too, right? You need the whole.
Yeah. Okay. The whole
thing.
As my dad would say, the whole Megillah.
The whole McGillicuddy. There we go.
The whole Megillah was, of course, my dancer name at one point in the 70s.
Everything was your dancer name. For God's sakes.
If you'd seen me dance, you would know why.
Yeah. I've
Starbucks. That was my dancer name. Okay, all right.
Well, no, Starbucks was actually in several 8mm films that I made in a van near the river. But let's not go into that now. The statute of limitations could still be operative. I will stop by the Apple store. I will pick you up a new charging block and cable, and we'll get you squared away. So, and I want to get my hands on that thing anyway, just because I like to do a little maintenance on it.
That's fine.
Update it, make it everything, and get I am now on a browser.
Dust it off.
Yes, I'm on a browser-based version of StreamYard. I have created an account, so
awesome.
I'm a little more
Now,
active.
did you ever get the notice that I made you a co-administrator on the off night account?
You probably sent it to me, but for whatever reason, I didn't see
This
it.
is
All
a
right.
love, love call, folks. This is a love conversation going
This
on.
is it. Yeah, this is love. So Andy's feeling left
Exciting
out
and new.
as Andy
Come
floats
aboard. We're expecting you. It's Love Chat.
Say, well, Andy floats like a god in the cosmos, just
Yes,
ahead,
exactly. He
shrouded
does
by
got
the
that.
heavens.
He does have a little bit of a Zeus look.
It
Except
does.
I don't think Zeus wore glasses though.
If
So-
Zeus came
Look
from
towards the
Muskegon,
light. Look towards the light. You know.
if Zeus tended bar in Muskegon, that would be
Oh, that would be Andy.
that would be the look. Yes.
Yeah, this be the outdoor tiki bar. There we
Exactly.
go.
That's right. Yeah.
Hi, folks. Welcome to
Working at a
if I ever saw a god with glasses, I'd have one question: why? Why would a god with glasses?
Well, it sort of adds a certain sort of humbling appeal before I have
Oh,
to
there you
wave
go.
my hand and wipe
Yeah,
out
before I strike you down, I'd like you to think you can beat me.
Yeah, you and your whole family line. I mean, we're
it's much
we're
more
about-
impressive taking off the glasses to fight.
Exactly. There you go. So you sort of have that Wilford Brimley in a rage, kind of thing, or whatever the dude. Yeah, I get it.
I eat oatmeal every day.
Oh dear. You
that's
guys.
pretty good.
So yes, I finally got around after having waited with bated breath for the delivery of my new laptop, first one in 25 years, and then it sat unused for like 3 weeks. Well, I'm like, I'm too tired. It's great when you get old and nothing matters anymore.
Does it run on electricity? You're not on kerosene like the last
Pretty
one?
much. Well, the old one, yeah, the old one's definitely. You'd add coal to it and the souls of your enemies.
And you have to pull that ripcord to get it going.
Exactly. Okay. Well, I sold the last one to you. You should know.
I probably have it. Yeah, it's somewhere around here.
Exactly.
I got to switch to propane. Just put the propane in. Like
Scotty.
There you go. Propane.
Scotty's using it to get the impulse engines to go faster. Yeah,
Captain, I don't have enough propane. Where's the Coleman? Where's Coleman? Okay.
I don't know how you expect me to keep it together. Yeah,
the lithium crystals are gone. We need Coleman. Coleman now.
I mean, if the show had gone on much longer, the Jeffries tube would have had a different meaning in the 70s. But that's a Star Trek reference, folks. You'll never mind. If you're not a super fan, you'll never get it. Yeah, there you go. So Susan didn't like the way the Chinese summit ended. I'm sorry. If she'd seen,
I don't
think.
Yeah, let me reread.
Yeah, she leads with it.
I think what she's saying was a big fail in the fine print. I think she means the media.
I love it. We can interpret Susan's poem. Dig it.
Right. Underwhelming outcome, no resolution to trade disagreements. I like the term trade disagreements. That was pretty good.
Well, let me see. We're invading countries. We're blowing up navies, but let's keep it civil.
Oh yeah. Well, also there's the Taiwan question.
Well,
Chucklehead is trying to separate.
He will.
It's like they have our most important industry there. They're the place that makes these chips.
They do all our chips, yeah. And the problem with that, if we let communist China take over our chip production, well, they'll just embed the chips with the programming that will take us over.
Well, it's not called the yellow peril for nothing. Oh no, I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell.
Well, I will say one thing about the Chinese, and I'm happy about this.
Yeah,
kind of correlates with is the plus side to the Iran war, is that China is selling all these magnificent electric cars throughout the world.
Right. Yeah.
That is definitely helping to eliminate the carbon emissions.
Please, go on.
Oh, is there a conspiracy theory there? Oh, anyway.
Well, we got to remember, I work for an electric car company, So I'm in direct opposition to our dear friends from across the ocean.
Got
I work for a domestic electric car company.
Domestic electric car company.
Which is much
wow.
better.
You should call it the dinosaur car company because nobody's
Well,
supporting.
they employ me, so I think that right
I
there,
know.
you could use me as your logo, unless of course you want to sell cars. You know,
My son just went into the international auto industry.
Oh, cool.
He works for Forvia, which is a merge. It's only an 18-month-old company. It's a merger between one of the largest French and the largest German auto parts maker.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
And
Wow.
they have 13 facilities here. They have facilities in Mexico and down in South America and over in France and Germany and
Yeah.
Philippines.
A
So
side note on the Taiwan guy that runs all the chips, he's building facilities here. So
There you go.
oh,
Well, he might want to consider. I mean, I'm not trying to second.
here's the
judge
important
him,
question: is Elon Musk having another child? That's what we really need to know.
I wished he was with me. I mean, that would certainly,
I don't know.
Boy, that would make news.
It would. It would, but I'd just be happy to cash the checks.
Yeah, exactly.
Does this mean that I can be bought? And the answer is, well, of course. For really a very modest sum.
The guy's gonna be a trillionaire. Like you can't support your kids. Come on.
Well, he'll find a way. We don't have to worry about Elon. I mean, if anything, we've learned that no matter how bad the world blows up the rich, they're doing fine. They might have to scale back to 2 yachts. Their space
Bezos may have to give up his launch pad lot.
Yeah,
he's got the yacht that follows his yacht.
Yeah, the special
that's got a helicopter pad on it.
Well,
that is classy, man. To be able to afford to have 2 yachts because one is just there for the purpose of having your helicopter take off and land.
Well, only if
gotta love that.
Nouveau riche would have their helicopter land on their yacht. You have it land on the Chase yacht, obviously. Don't you people know how this works?
The Chase yacht.
Yeah.
I heard you work for Bezos. Yeah, but he just works on the backup yacht.
He's not on the real yacht.
He's not on the real yacht.
He's on the vice president lot. There we go.
He's on the yacht where they have gray glove treatment.
He's on the SS Dan Quayle. I mean, so
the Dan Quayle, got it.
Yeah. Well, reading The Power Broker. I mean, I'm again. Who wants to be in the modern world when you can step back in time? Robert Moses used to have. The guy never drove. He never learned how to drive. Yet he builds all these fabulous highways and bridges. I mean, right through your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
But he used to have 2 limos, so he could have his secretary up front with him. She would get dictation and this and that. They would pull over, and then she would get into the Chase limo and go back to work while he went off to go about building major projects or throwing tens of thousands of people out of their home at a moment's notice. You've got to respect it, but at the same time, dear God, it was brutal. I mean, it got things done, but it's like you've got 15 minutes to move your house. The bulldozers are right over there. And it's like, but we've been here for 300. Well, great. You sure have. Now you've got 13 minutes. Tough guy. But I'm reading him at the same time. I'm reading the biography of FDR and LBJ, because all these guys crossed paths in the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Both as FDR is the governor of New York and then president. LBJ is an up and coming, rather vicious and bloodthirsty little scoundrel in the House of Representatives, later the Senate. Robert Moses was accumulating power and turning New York City into a colossus. Mm-hmm. It's just sort of strange to see how these things all kind of work together. None of these guys, they all hated each other, but I guess that's kind of like, the way the Beatles worked, I suppose. I mean, something similar. So at any rate, there you go. That's my reading list for the week.
Well, very good. Very good. Held together by an overall theme of democracy.
There, exactly. While the little people are crushed in the name of freedom. but we're used to that. We're Americans. That's what we do. So,
Mhm.
it's like in Vietnam when we set fire to the villages to save them.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone remember that? You know, happy times. Well, comedy broadcast.
Well,
Comedy
we're trying to move them to other places, burning those villages.
well,
Supposedly,
nowadays,
communists wouldn't know where they are. You know.
nowadays, at least Trump would be saying, "And I'm going to put a casino here. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it.
It'd be amazing. It's wonderful.
Yeah, the My Lai
Amazing.
Casino. It wasn't lucky for them, but it's lucky for us. So,
Right. We're gonna have massage parlors in the My Lai, and it'll be great. You know, these people are really good. They know exactly how to do this stuff. The buffet will be fantastic. All right. You know.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know if you Democrat. Look, listen. A few years back, you had Barack Obama. Guy came out and admit it. He was unstoppable. Who did we have? John McCain. Really?
Mhm.
You must have been laughing your asses off when we nominated John McCain to go up against Barack Obama.
No, we were laughing our asses off when he nominated the Alaskan
governor for his vice
Now,
presidential
she
candidate.
gave you something to have fun with. You had to be grateful for her.
Oh, she is.
Come on.
She can see
I-
Russia from her house.
I can see
you know?
Russia
I can
from
see
my
Russia
house,
from
yeah.
my house.
Which actually she never said. It was the chick from Saturday Night Live, but whatever.
Yeah.
It was a great
Right.
line. I mean, you know, I repeated all of absolutely. You know, her and her inbred little mongrel brood of musk hunters and her elk hunter, whatever.
A strange brew up there, that's for sure.
Exactly. Well,
And then you had Romney, who pretty much in one sentence handed the election to Obama when he said
the binders full of women.
Well, okay, two sentences. That one, and then, no, the other one was when he said, "Look, you're all going to vote for me.
Right.
49% of the other side is going to vote for Obama. I just have to get that 2% in the middle."
Well, he wasn't lying though.
He wasn't lying, but that was, I mean, you don't tell the voters that you're trying to convince that.
Just like with people got up on Hillary shit because she said, you know, that there's a certain percentage that are never going to vote for you. I mean, she said almost exactly.
That's
the same
absolutely
thing.
it. You know what?
She's right.
Once I actually joined the Democratic Party and started going to the precinct meetings, and you find out, well, first of all, George Soros money doesn't make its way down to Michigan.
No.
I know that for sure.
No.
And
No.
two, he probably doesn't give us any money. He figures, you got UAW money. Shut up, you know. So anyway, but
you got both dollars from the UAW. All right, good.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. But anyway, and the other thing is that oh shit, I can't remember what I was going to say now. Whatever. There is no grand conspiracy. We aren't hiding ballots. We aren't, you know. I mean, it's just so darn to me insulting to think that, first of all, how come we haven't seen any of this evidence that the election was stolen? Where's all the evidence?
It's in front of your face. Can't you see it? No, just
no. You're accusing me. You're accusing me.
I'm not accusing anyone.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying. I mean, your side is accusing our side of stuff that just isn't happening. And the thing is,
as I do, that there's a little bit, and I'm saying this, a little bit of shenanigans on the edges. There always is. Every election.
And you know what?
A little bit of shenanigans everywhere. But I agree, Mark. I agree with you. I'm coming around to your point. I agree with you. You don't see the evidence because there really isn't very much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there was, I mean, some of these swings are so, you know, the amount of election tampering that would have to take place that nobody would talk about. We'd have so many deaths in our party from people people I know, people I sit next to that can't keep their fucking mouths shut.
Exactly. I know.
I mean, honest to God, Trump can't keep his fucking mouth shut.
I know. Exactly. No,
you know, guys, I did some extensive research.
Okay.
After you talked about stuff, I went in depth and I looked everything up on Google.
Yeah.
So here's part of the conspiracies. Why Biden didn't pursue the Epstein trial. Well, the DOJ was handling an active criminal case in the Maxwell trial. and he didn't want to have released grand jury evidence that would maybe affect that trial taking place. And also, they wanted to keep a separation from the DOJ from the White House. That's why they didn't pursue it.
Okay.
The Clinton body count.
I love the Clinton body count. Hold on. No, let me just get ready. Okay,
Conspiracy theory that was put together and put forward by the Jerry Falwell group.
Yep.
That was put into a book.
Yep.
And basically, there was no evidence whatsoever in the claims, but it was supported by Donald Trump.
But how does Jerry Falwell's been dead for 15 years? What the hell?
But this was a book that he put out, and it's been the conspiracy theory has been going on since '93.
Well, the Clintons have
I know,
been
but
with us for a long time.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
I mean, they have. I mean,
there's no evidence. There's no evidence they have anything to do with it.
I can.
First of all, if all this fucking body count shit was true, why wouldn't Hillary Clinton have people put to death that were proposing this stuff? Go and get Alex. How hard can it be to fucking put a bullet in Alex Jones' head? You know?
Why should we just get rid of Trump? She could have him assassinated before he ran. You know?
I mean, why did she book Senator Wellstone's last jet? Who knows? But
Oh, you think she did?
I'm sorry.
She had
if you dig into some solid evidence, that's fine.
You cannot have.
Nothing.
You need at least 6. Some people will say 12 people to pull off a conspiracy, depending on the size and the scope.
How did it work?
But, and I don't think you can do it. People can't keep their mouths shut.
How well did it work in Watergate?
Seriously? It didn't work at all.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's my point. I mean, people would. I use a similar sort of argument when people start Jew baiting, and they'll start saying, "Oh, Mossad is doing this," and I said, if Mossad is this horrifying, deadly, then why aren't all the critics of Mossad having terrible car accidents? Well, then people would know it was Mossad. It's like, yeah, exactly. That's.
There's only like 1,000 of the Mossad guys. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's just like welcome to the world. I mean,
all right. The only in that sense, the only conspiracy, using that as an example, the only conspiracy theory I think I do agree with is if somebody in Russia says Putin is responsible for all these people falling out of windows, that person that says that will fall out of a window within a week. I do believe in that.
Anything publicly like that.
The difference between that and other things with Clinton, there's actual evidence of him doing it. You can't get that type of poison anywhere on the street. It comes from
polonium-210 does come out of a nuclear reactor and is screaming hot radioactive. Yeah, and very dangerous.
It's kind of hard.
How did they
get that just off? Can I drug man? Could you give me a copy of that? Some of that stuff that would be great.
If a Saudi Arabian prince can't keep his murder for hire scheme out of the mouths of who can? I mean, if that guy can't keep something secret, holy shit!
4 or 5 guys hacking the guy to death. One bullet. That's all it needed. One bullet.
Yeah, but I'm sure there was somebody along the researchers or the people investigating that probably somewhere along the line had some guy say, "You got to have fun,"
Oh well, the other day again, I was in the sauna with a bunch of other men, all hot. And so, never mind, I don't want to get. But one guy, I said Sirhan.
Hey, Jason, don't make it sound like it's a big deal. I've never been in a sauna with women, so being in a sauna with men is not that big of a deal.
Well, the thing is,
I came that close to having a threesome, but that was it. It was
there you go.
Thought.
Well,
when you were younger, please tell me it was when you were younger.
When I was younger, yes, much younger.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, I mean, if I were in a sauna with women, they'd be safe as milk. So there is that,
Yeah, there you
go. But my point being, when I made the definitive statement that Sirhan killed Robert Kennedy Sr., this one kid again who was about 30 years old, so he was born in the 90s. And he's saying, no, we could have been this. I said, okay, listen. Much to your point, Mark. I said, okay, name me the other person who's been arrested, charged, found over for trial, tried, found guilty, adjudicated, and sentenced for the killing of Robert Kennedy Sr. Name him. Go. And then he's, whoa, no. There's one guy. He claims he didn't do it. Well, he's serving a life sentence. It kind of behooves him to sit there and say, I had nothing to, I wasn't that. Yeah. I mean, what else? What does he have to lose? The Menendez brothers are still trying to get out of prison, saying their parents were mean to them.
Okay.
So, okay, maybe they were mean to them, but you did shoot them with 12 gauges while they were eating ice cream. Okay. Maybe you should stay in prison for the rest of your life. Just saying. You can make all these wild claims, but but the thing with the Clintons, especially the Clinton kill list, if you listen to the old Art Bell from 30 years, Art's been in the ground for 10 years now, but you listen to stuff from the 90s, and this stuff was going around back then.
Oh yeah,
it's not.
It's not been proven though. Everything's been. And his Falwell put out a book, and there was no evidence at all. So
FDR was fighting Father Coughlin in the 30s all the time. I mean, again, what is it with Detroit and crazy ass people on the radio?
I think it's the water. I really think.
Well, it could be. You've got a point
fresh
there.
water, and then there's also that smell of like sulfur coming from all the plants.
Yeah. Well, Mark used to work for WJR. What does he know? Maybe he's in.
Well, I got some more conspiracies about that. It's about okay. So this one is about the Parisina Bill.
Yeah.
Which is the painting that was found in Epstein's house of him in a dress in the Monica Lewinsky dress.
Yeah.
So that was a satirical one put together by a woman by Partina Ryan from Australia.
Right.
And she painted it. He did not pose for it, but Epstein bought it.
Yeah,
Epstein bought it when they were doing a fundraiser, but she didn't know who bought it. So it was a pair that went with a pair, which was Bush throwing paper airplanes. So they were kind of like a pair that was supposed to be sold together. But so he never posed for it, and he didn't know that Epstein had bought it. So
the lampooning of political leaders is not new.
Oh yeah,
there's nothing new in the world about that. I mean, what is it?
I'm just now starting to get Susan over on my side on Epstein because she always takes the victim side whenever there's something that's sexual between male and female, and I am convinced that more than a pedophile or a sexual deviant, I think Epstein was just using sex as a tool for his extortion of leaders.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
I mean, why he needed to have one over on Stephen Hawking, I'll never know. But he just
who's to say? I mean, that's the thing, though. You run people through there where nothing ever happens, and the guy was a complete saint, never touched anything or whatever, and then you have the other people whom you put them in the special room with the 16 cameras and 18 microphones, and
there's a little thing about the CIA try to do like a Nikita sort of entrapment, where like they would send out these beautiful Russian women to go and have relationships with people who are in the system, whatever, so they can extort them.
Right, I'm in the system.
So the Americans tried to do that, but it failed because the Russians didn't have any sense of I don't care. I don't care if anybody knows about this.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
actually, every person they did.
Hold on, you have pictures of me
kind of like the Jack Nicholson. Did you ever hear the Jack Nicholson story? He dated John Huston's daughter, Angelica Houston. Did you ever? Yeah. Now, did you ever hear? Somebody said, I can't remember what it was, but she had revealed something about him, having to do with his sexuality or something like that. And he turns and so the reporters ask him about it. And it's like a lot of reporters and there's all kind of people around. And he kind of turns and he says, "Did she say I was a bad lay?" No? Well, I'm fine with whatever she said then. It was something along. I'll have to Google it. I can't Google right now because I've already tried twice while I've been on this, and it's taken me off the podcast because I'm using my phone for the so I can't use my phone for Google searches anymore.
We're freewheeling this, folks. We can't be.
I'm stoned, man.
I've got a free phone. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, another phone. Why did I think of that? My kids all have 2 phones. You know.
There
So.
you go. Yeah, I'm gonna get a flip phone for the old times just to feel better
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I was saying to my daughter, what does a 17-year-old need a burner phone for? What the hell? What do you do? You
Well,
need
it's
a burner?
important if they need to contact people and you don't necessarily want to leave it. Well, never
A
mind.
trail?
Sorry, guys.
Don't
Well,
yeah.
they don't want a trail for the marijuana plant, you know.
I need my daughters to get phone usage advice from a convicted felon. Yeah, great.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. Well, only once. I mean, in convictions.
Oh, only once you gave my daughter advice, or only once you
Yeah.
were a convicted felon?
It's like in Caligula when what's his name, when Caesar is lining up all the men who've been with his daughter. And one man says, "Only once, Caesar."
I never saw that film, but now that I'm 66, I think I'm old enough to see Caligula. So
it's the actually I'm referencing the I Claudius series that was on
Claudius.
PBS, but
okay.
that was Brian Blessed, who Andy could be a Brian Blessed stunt double if he were to be of a mind. You've seen Brian. He's one of those guys who, like, he acts. He usually has a beard. It's one of the few times he's clean shaven.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I mean, he's one of these British character actors who could do anything you gave him, and and chew lots of. All he had to do was walk on screen just to start chewing at it, and
he was good at it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's the where Julia, the daughter of Augustus, has been a bit free. She's been rather free. And there's a scene where he's got like 30 people lined up in front of him who've all been the benefactories of her freedom.
Well, there was also that scene with Caliguila's wife. It was having a competition.
Yes.
With the other woman.
Yeah, exactly. Who could, and they try and determine what the stakes are. She goes, well, for the honor. And to which the biggest whore in all of Rome goes, "Excuse me, milady, you've confused your hobby with my profession. My hobby is gardening." Yeah.
Your hobby with my profession.
Yeah. She, it was
all right. Any milestones or passings in the news this week that affected you at all?
Oh yes. It didn't affect me, but it did. It reminded me. I found out the girl in Cool Hand Luke.
Yes.
The Bobby Pin one. Yeah. She passed away.
Really?
Yeah.
The one who did the
Harmon.
car wash.
Her name was Judy Harmon. Was it? What's her name? Harmon. Judy Harmon.
The last name was Harmon. I can never remember the first name. I have a phone. I can look it up.
Go ahead. Her name. As far as I'm concerned, her name was Lucille. No first name, no last name, just Lucille.
Lucille Pop. Let the Bobby Pin pop.
I love that. She doesn't know what she's doing to us. She knows exactly
what she's doing to us.
George Kennedy was so good. That was his second movie.
Yeah.
Oh man, and you know what? And that I work with a guy that just reminds me so much of George Kennedy.
Yeah.
But that's I could watch that movie once a year. I mean, that is just one of my favorite films.
That and I sat down and watched. I haven't seen this in many, many years. It was only the second time.
Joy Harmon.
Who? Joy Harmon. Okay, Joy Harmon. Yeah.
I just saw McCabe and Mrs. Miller with Warren Beatty. It's an Altman film, obviously.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
And Julie Christie. Now the problem with it is the way they recorded the sound, and even Altman said it came in rather muddy. They cleaned it up, but the first half hour or so. But again, it was where that Altman technique. He was just sort of like dipping a camera in unreal. They used to try and do that where it wasn't trying to look like a movie. And again, it's so beautifully shot. It takes a little work getting warmed up to, but it's a good movie. And again, I hadn't seen it in so long. It reminds me just how good Warren Beatty was back in the day. I mean, he was. I think he was right up there with Jack at that level. Jack probably had better parts with what.
I made a list of some more conspiracy theories that are out there.
All right, good. Anything?
Oh, okay. All right, let's go.
All right, so there's the moon landing was false. We know that.
Yeah.
The one there's another one that says the CIA killed Kennedy.
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy.
I've heard that before. I've heard that. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
This one I never heard of. It's that the Earth was sucked into a black hole, and we don't know. It was supposed to be the world ended like in 2012, but we don't know it yet.
Would that have,
We don't know
been when they fired up the CERN?
The CERN, that's the one.
Yes,
The CERN. Supposedly trying to make a black hole. We got sucked into it. We don't know
exactly.
So we're in a black hole, but we know it. Is that the conspiracy theory?
That's a conspiracy theory.
That's a conspiracy.
Now that could be one of the alternate universes. You've heard the branch of philosophy that every moment splits.
Yes.
Yeah.
The history splits on every single moment.
Right.
Not second either. That's man-made. It could be millisecond. And
right.
So every the reality that you're in now includes us.
Right.
So Jason, you see an image of Mark and Andy that may or may not be real. It's just an image that's in your mind.
Yeah.
That splits every instant.
Yeah.
Which is why I think that when Harambe was shot at the zoo, the timeline split. And that's how we ended up in this weird alternate universe. Because remember, that was in the early spring of 2016, just before Trump wins and all that. Come on, come on! You know that we need Kyle Reese to come back from the past.
Actually, so I take solace in the fact that there's an actual world and where either Biden won or a Democrat won against Trump. That Trump was eliminated. So.
Yeah. Well. Again, Kyle Reese to come back.
It goes back to where the creator of the Survivor reality show came up with the idea of The Apprentice, and if he would have been shot before that got pitched, I mean that would have changed world history.
You ever hear Patton Oswalt talk about if he had one time traveling trip to take? Did you go back in time before Lucas created the prequels and kill him with a shovel?
Very funny. Very funny. I like my son. My son has a theory on time travel, and that is he wouldn't want to do it because as soon as he came out of the capsule, he couldn't breathe because the Earth would not be in the same place that it was 20 years ago or whatever time he went back to. Because
be an issue.
Because the planets rotate, and so how are you going to get to where? What kind of mathematics do you have to do in order to be able to calculate where everything is at a certain time?
Well,
there has to be a constant, and the constant we use first is the Earth, then the Sun, then our solar system, and then when you go beyond that.
We're all
and if you do say you materialize just a little bit early and you're say half a mile out into space waiting for the Earth to catch up, and of course it's coming at you at 1,000 miles an hour and you're not, and that could end badly, even with a parachute. But
they say that we're actually our whole solar system is hurtling through space at 100,000 miles an hour.
Oh, that it is.
Yeah.
That it is. We are moving through. It's just that in space, 100,000 miles an hour, space is like, whatever.
All right, now this is another one.
Yeah.
That Disney created the movie Frozen.
Yes.
To stop people inquiring about the cryogenics of Disney.
The one that bothers me seriously is the moon landing one, because now there's way too many people who actually believe that.
Yeah, it's really horrible. It's just,
to me, again, if I listen to like conspiratoriums late night on the radio, I'm just listening to sort of lore and fairy tales that work at night in the dark. That sort of thing, right? The ghost tales we tell around a campfire, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Come the light of day, it doesn't stand up. There's no one's afraid of a ghost in the middle of a hot, humid Michigan afternoon.
Yeah, yeah. It's shimmering. The shimmering. It looks like.
Has anybody done a tracking or a timeline or an analysis of when the anal probe stopped for these space alien visits? Because I remember there for for about a 15-year period, everybody that got taken up into the spaceships got anally probed.
Oh, it went
And
on
it just
longer
doesn't
than
have.
that.
Oh, all right. And let's say it was 30 years. I don't know. Whatever it was,
I don't know.
there was a point where you saw the spaceship. There was a point where you had contact with the spaceship inhabitants. There's a point where they took you into the spaceship, and then they started talking about being anally probed while they were in the presence of the aliens. And then all of a sudden, all that shit stopped.
Well, if you interviewed a sheep in Texas, it's the same thing.
Well, okay, you know, as I say, if I ever run into one of these things while I'm doing my job out there on the test track in the middle of the night, I'm just going to look at the guy like, big talker. Okay, how much time you got, pal? Because I'm going to give you something. Both of you guys got to be going back to the spaceship saying, Zorg, let's not write this thing up. let's just pretend we turned a cow inside out. I don't want to talk about this. Don't look me in the eyes. You don't, which is really kind of a thing when you're talking about the big alien eyes. You know,
Oh
yeah.
Well, I'm also thinking maybe it's not us. Maybe it's the aliens, and all of a sudden, some guy went, "Nah, let's not do this anymore."
Well, you notice that they never kidnap Ron Jeremy for this sort of thing, right? I mean,
well, they could read it. They could get his readings from out in outer space. They didn't really need to. They didn't really need to go any further.
No, they
I don't know. Maybe there's like a Playboy forum that makes the planet Earth some sort of like place to visit. You know.
Well, or maybe the
I never. Yeah. Back on their planet, they're reading magazines with letters that start off with "I never thought this would happen to me." You know.
Written in that strange Zeta Reticulan script. Yes, exactly. But yeah, God, who can ever remember?
I live in a small Midwestern town. I live in a small mid-Quarkian galaxy.
I live in a planet around the town, but I can't believe what happened on Earth. You know, man.
Exactly.
All right, here's another one. Here's another one for you.
All right, let's hear it.
The Denver airport is headquarters for the Illuminati.
Yes, a satanic.
Now wait a minute. How did that happen? Andy?
I don't know.
They have like a statue of Baphomet in there. I mean, so
supposedly I think it was part of there was a mural on the wall that was
and you can hear strange noises that sound like, I don't know, jet engines idling. I don't know, maybe the rumblings of a luggage handler. Who knows? I mean, or it could be the sounds of Satan, coming to reclaim his realm. I mean,
the Denver airport kind of plays it up a little bit, but everybody still believes there's like lizards downstairs and there's like massive tunnels.
Although, okay, you have that. How about this, though? The Toyota Tech Center is built on the grounds of the old Ypsi State Hospital. Would you feel better if you had to work there knowing that there had been a priest out there to bless those grounds before they put those new buildings up?
I hope so.
Why would a priest bless a state hospital?
Well, the ex-grounds, the former grounds
former grounds, okay.
I did take somebody to that former area before they shut it down.
Yes.
And that thing had vibes that were just...
You could feel it.
You could feel the vibes. It was just being outside the place. It
was like Dracula's castle before the disco era. I mean,
I did not understand how this woman could go in there and study with these people. I was like, and they're all... If I could have an aura taken of that before it left... It would have been absolutely
here in Ann Arbor, what used to be the juvenile jail. We used to actually have a juvenile jail. Mm-hmm. You remember it's up there on Platte Road, Andy.
Okay.
Right there, that little section of Platte between the Parkway and Washtenaw.
What do you mean used to have? You don't have a juvenile jail anymore?
I don't. Not like we used to have like an actual jail. It was a horrific. It was built. Basically, it was a jail for juniors. I mean, it was a outright.
Well, for me,
penological facility. I mean, but now, that got torn down some years ago, and now there's condos all over it.
Yeah,
I would argue, being the superstitious bastard that I am, that places that have had prisons on them, even kid prisons, are tainted in some way that maybe I don't necessarily want to build my house there. Just
Well, I mean,
saying.
for us, it was the we're going up 36. There was that prison for kids out there.
Maxie, Boys
Maxie.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember.
So like,
I remember working there until I was discovered. Yeah, I mean, and
yeah, I remember.
well, come on, Mark.
We
Didn't
saw,
you have some horrific places where you grow up where it was like that?
And,
That place.
you know what? In Pontiac, it was Telegraph and Elizabeth Lake Road. It was called the Juvie.
Oh,
It was an Oakland County facility because when I was a kid, none of the cities in Oakland County were big enough to have their own juvenile hall.
Right.
But I know in Detroit they've got 3 of them. So
yeah.
Wow.
Well, and Detroit used to have the HOCO, the Detroit House of Corrections. And my cousin spent some time there because she used to make her living to finance her heroin problem as an S&M whore. And some guy forgot he forgot the safe word. When I do that,
he forgot the safe word
joke, he forgot the safe word. I mean, and she ended up damn near killing him with a hammer. Well, he wanted to be hit. It just, I don't think he was asking to be assaulted to the point of near death. I think that was the, and certainly, her protestations to the contrary did not land on sensitive ears. She got 6 months at the HOCO.
He didn't want his skull crashed in, but what a way to go, baby! What a way to go!
I'm not saying his name was L. Brooks Patterson, but I mean,
you don't have to.
No.
Well, if he was watching like whatever that YouTube play that thing on where they have the men are trying to break their faces to make them look.
Oh yeah, they do the little bone crushy things. So they can...
so he was way ahead of his time. There you go.
Did these? Yeah. See, that's. I don't know.
This is where we can laugh at the youth of today. It's okay. Yeah. You guys are falling for this. You there's a word for it. It's called being an idiot. It's okay. We did stupid things too, but not like that. So
okay.
There you go.
Here's a couple more.
All right.
The Earth is hollow.
The Earth is what?
Hollow.
Yeah, hollow Earth. There you go.
The hollow Earth theory.
Hollow Earth.
Then there's the world is flat. That goes pretty well with the Earth is hollow.
With the hollow, flat and hollow. That's right.
Did anybody hear about that? Prince Charles is a vampire.
I had not heard that. Charles is a shapeshifter. The whole royal family are lizard shapeshifters.
Okay. Hadn't heard that.
Yeah. I mean, and remember when Lyndon LaRouche was around and he used to accuse the royal family of being the biggest cocaine dealers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And
yep. I think I made a reference to that in one of my. I wrote a piece. I wrote a piece for the Realist.
Yes.
Okay.
That countercultural magazine. This was 40 years ago. But anyway, it was when James Baker was sent to prison and he was roommates with Lyndon LaRouche. I'll have to pull. You know what? It's been published on the internet somewhere. I'll have to pull out a copy of it and see if I get it to you.
Who in that scenario? Would be good. I mean, again, wow. I would be wondering again who's getting the worst end of that deal.
I tell you what, of all the stuff I wrote, all the satire I wrote for publications. I mean, I got paid for it. I mean, these were great. Yeah. That was my favorite one. Lyndon LaRouche and Reverend James Baker as prison roommates.
LaRouche was fun. LaRouche was a fun because it was like this guy's so obviously batshit crazy, and yet there were people. Again, he'd have a podcast nowadays. We'd have the Lyndon LaRouche podcast.
Are you kidding me? He'd probably.
He'd be huge.
He was the Laura Loomer of his time.
Or the Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. Marjorie Taylor Greene's hard for me to figure because I think a lot of that was performative.
Yeah, it was all performative.
Yeah, so
it was all perform. I mean, could you imagine what is it? Lyndon LaRouche and Alex Jones together on one podcast?
French kiss, baby.
with Dr. Gene Scott doing the benediction. He would just sit there and
Dr. Gene Scott. Oh my God, I remember that. My dad, when I was at my dad's occasionally, like my parents divorced. I only spent like weekends at my dad's. And we did stuff that divorced dads do with their kids. We went to Tiger games. We used to go to junkyards, and that was a great day with your dad.
Yeah.
And he always had some fun to do where he'd never buy a lawnmower. He'd always rent one so that we would have something, so it would be different for us each time he made us mow his lawn. So. But anyway, he one time, now we're adults. I'm past college. I'm doing comedy as a living, and I'm spending. And he lived in San Diego at the time. I go out there, and he's watching Dr. Gene Scott. And I go, "Do you like this guy?" He goes, "I love this guy."
Yes. I'd be higher than hell on coke. I'd just be coked out of my gourd and just watching this dude. And most of the time he's just sitting there saying, "Send me money. I want money. You want to?" And just I mean, the guy was you could tell the guy was just functioning on a completely different level. And there no pretense, no nothing. This was of course during the very height of the Jim Baker, Tammy Faye Baker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
How about from right here? How about from right here in Detroit? Jack Van Impe. Remember him?
Yeah, JS, I do.
He was the guy. And his wife was. No, was that Detroit? I thought that was Los Angeles.
I can't remember. I remember he was.
Andy, I can't do it. I can't use my phone because I'm using it for podcasting. So Andy, Reverend Ike, where's he from? Which town did he come out of?
Jack Van Impe.
You do well. Jack Van Impe was local. Okay, I remember that, but I just remember Reverend Ike used to be on the TV as well. I mean, because if you think the brothers weren't going to get in on this too, you're crazy. Hey,
you know what? How come we don't? And this isn't really a televangelist, but how come we don't have on YouTube old Lou Gordon shows?
God, you're right. God.
I mean, they must have. They taped them. They taped them anyway. They never did those live, and he wasn't up at 11:30 at night.
Do you think that they might have erased those tapes because the tape got reused a lot back then?
No, that's true.
He was born in Freeport, Michigan.
Okay.
Reverend Ike was born in Michigan. I'll be darned.
I thought there was
Michigan.
I thought there was
ministries in the Detroit, Michigan area.
Oh,
yeah, I thought he had a Michigan connection, but I know he was a national dude.
Reverend Ike and the Nation of Islam both started in Detroit. That's pretty
cool. Absolutely. I mean, I remember the old Richard Pryor show when he does his version of Reverend Ike.
Yes. Yes.
I want the big money. I want the white money. That's why I backed the Back to Africa movement. And all the phones light up all at the same time. Again, wonderful.
All right, we got 2.5 minutes left here. Less than 2.5 minutes. We had almost 2 minutes left here. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I would like the conspiracies portion of the show. We could keep it timed and keep it to about. Let's do conspiracies. Let's do one conspiracy a week and make that a regular feature.
Okay.
And I'll make a clock. We'll make it. I do it like after the half hour or something like that, or write it.
Okay.
Another one I'd like to do is milestones.
Okay.
And everybody that brings up a milestone, the other two can refute it, saying, "Oh, well, you'd say that's a milestone, but then this happened," or something like that. And then a third one is passings. But I think conspiracies, milestones and passings, I don't want to do just one of those. Those would be. But conspiracies, I want to stick with just one a week.
Oh yeah,
and keep it to like 10 minutes. If we find out that's too long, we can shorten it to like 7. But I want to start building a clock for the hour on the show. So starting next week, Andy, why don't we communicate via? Do you want to do text message, or how do you want to communicate for that during the week?
We'll get a text message. All
right, we'll get a text stream, and then or whatever idea, and then we'll all agree on what we're going to talk about on next week's show. So look for that, folks. When you come back next week, I'm going to try to do the music on my phone. This may take me out of the podcast completely. If so, we'll see everybody next week at 8:00.
No, I can hear you. I can hear the music.
You can hear me and the music? Oh, I did it. I have succeeded in something technical. Woo-hoo! All right, well, we will be back. We will be back here next week. I'm going to try to stay on after I go off the live telecast and talk to you guys, but because I'm doing it on a new device, we'll see how that goes. All right? Goodbye, everybody. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Jason. And stick around, and we'll do a post-production meeting right after the show here. So long, everyone.
Hey, I transported Patrick Duffy in my taxi.
Are you saying